Mercedes built the W140 S600 so far beyond what was necessary that their own board of directors tried to cancel it twice. The engineers ignored them both times. The result was a 6.0-liter V12 luxury sedan so overbuilt that examples are still running flawlessly at 300,000 miles today. Rolls-Royce responded by doing what they always did, having a small group of craftsmen build each car entirely by hand, one at a time, in a factory that smelled of leather and fresh walnut veneer. Two different definitions of what a luxury car should be, both of them correct. The W140 Generation S-Class launched in 1991 and immediately became the benchmark against which every other luxury car was measured. The S600 variant sat at the top, a 6.0-liter M120 V12 producing 394 horsepower and 570 newton-meters of torque. Smooth, silent, and capable of pulling the 2,100-kilogram body to 60 miles per hour in 6.1 seconds. For a car this size, in 1993, that was genuinely shocking. But the performance figures were almost beside the point. The W140 was an engineering statement from a Mercedes that had no budget ceiling and no interest in compromise. Double-pane acoustic glass on every window, an automatic trunk lid that lowered itself at the touch of a button, a climate control system so advanced that some competitors didn't match it until a decade later. The body shell was so rigidly constructed that the doors required vacuum-assisted closing mechanisms. Because the cabin was sealed so tightly, normal air pressure resisted shutting them. Mercedes spent over $1 billion Deutschmarks developing the W140. It showed in every surface, every system, and every kilometer it covered. The Rolls-Royce Silver Spur 3 ran from 1992 to 1994, a short production window that now reads as a farewell. Built at the Crewe factory in England, each car took approximately 6 months to complete. Craftsmen hand-stitched the leather. Cabinet makers fitted the burr walnut trim. The paint, typically 6 to 8 layers, was cut and polished by hand between coats. Under the bonnet sat a 6.75-liter V8, a pushrod engine with origins stretching back to 1959, continuously developed and refined across more than 3 decades. Power figures were never officially quoted by Rolls-Royce. The company's stated output was simply sufficient. In practice, that meant somewhere around 240 horsepower, less than the Mercedes, in a car weighing over 2,300 kilograms. 0 to 60 took around 9.5 seconds. Nobody buying a Silver Spur cared. The engine was tuned for torque, silence, and longevity, not lap times. The suspension floated over road surfaces with an almost surreal composure. Sitting in the rear cabin of a Silver Spur, doing motorway speeds, was as close to traveling in a soundproofed private room as road transport allowed. The W140 S600 represented the German conviction that engineering precision was the highest form of luxury. Every system thought through, overspecified, and built to outlast the car's expected lifespan by a factor of 2. It was luxury through engineering dominance. The Silver Spur 3 represented the British conviction that human craftsmanship was what separated a great car from a product. No robot had stitched that leather. No machine had fitted that walnut. Every car was slightly different because every car was made by different hands. Mercedes built a machine designed to never fail. Rolls-Royce built an object designed to be irreplaceable. Both cars are now collectible. The W140 S600 is climbing steadily as the market recognizes it as the last truly over-engineered Mercedes before cost discipline arrived. The Silver Spur 3 is among the final Rolls-Royces built entirely under Vickers ownership, before Volkswagen acquired the company in 1998 and BMW took over the Rolls-Royce name from 2003, moving production to a new factory in Goodwood and closing the Crewe chapter permanently. 2 cars from the same moment in automotive history, one built by engineers who refused to stop adding, one built by craftsmen who refused to start cutting corners. The W140 S600 was the last Mercedes built without financial restraint. The Silver Spur 3 was the last Rolls-Royce built entirely by British hands under British ownership. Both endings happened quietly, neither was announced, and both left a gap that nothing built since has completely filled. The W140 has a twin, longer wheelbase, armored variants, and a story involving more world leaders, dictators, and heads of state than any other car in history. That story is coming to sticky wheels, and it is considerably darker than this one.